Day 1 of jury selection for the criminal trial of Sean P. Diddy Combs has officially begun. The courtroom is buzzing with anticipation as 150 potential jurors are brought in to determine who will hear this high-profile case. The trial follows Diddy's arrest in September 2024, and now, after months of legal battles, we are here at the beginning of what could be a monumental case. With the charges he faces, including racketeering and sex trafficking, the process of selecting an impartial jury is critical. This marks the first step in a long and highly publicized trial that will likely continue for several months. Diddy's court appearance. On day 1 of jury selection, Diddy's appearance in court was notably different from his previous pre-trial hearings. Unlike the standard tan jumpsuit he had worn earlier, Diddy entered the courtroom dressed in a blue pullovered sweater, a white collared shirt, and navy slacks. As per the judge's order, he was not allowed to wear laced shoes, but his footwear was not visible to the press. This was a stark contrast to the usual prison attire, signaling that he was being treated with more leniency at this stage of the trial. Diddy's demeanor appeared upbeat at the beginning, but there were moments of vulnerability as the day progressed. Before the lunch break, he was seen taking frequent restroom breaks, and during one of these, he made an unexpected admission to the judge. "Your Honor, I'm a little nervous." This rare moment of candor revealed the intense pressure Diddy is feeling, facing federal charges that could potentially lead to decades in prison if convicted. Though his attire and demeanor were more relaxed than in previous hearings, Diddy's nervousness was clear, his usual confident larger-than-life persona was momentarily eclipsed by the weight of the legal battle ahead. The presence of his entourage and associates, including his brother, Justin Combs, provided him with some comfort. But as the trial progresses, it's likely that the emotional toll of these charges will become more evident. Charges against Diddy. Sean P. Diddy Combs faces serious charges in his federal criminal trial, which began with jury selection on May 5, 2025. These charges stem from a range of alleged illegal activities, including racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and forced prostitution. According to the prosecution, Diddy and his associates used the vast resources of his multi-faceted business empire to create a criminal enterprise. This operation allegedly involved coercing and exploiting women, often engaging in sexual performances known as freak-offs, and utilizing sex workers. The indictment includes 5 counts. Count 1 is the racketeering conspiracy charge, which accuses Diddy of participating in and leading a criminal organization. Counts 2 and 4 involve sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, where it's claimed that Diddy knowingly transported and enticed victims to engage in commercial sex acts under duress. Finally, counts 3 and 5 address the transportation of victims for prostitution purposes. The severity of these charges puts Diddy at risk of facing decades in prison if convicted. The trial, which is expected to last for several months, will involve complex legal proceedings, including proving that Diddy's alleged actions fall within the scope of organized criminal activity. The case is not just significant because of Diddy's celebrity status, but because of the highly sensitive and serious nature of the charges, making it a landmark trial. Celebrities in the spotlight. Throughout day 1 of jury selection, the presence of well-known celebrities became a focal point. As part of the jury selection process, potential jurors were asked if they were familiar with a long list of famous names, including Kanye West, Michael B. Jordan, and Young Miami. These celebrities are expected to be mentioned during the trial, either due to their associations with Diddy or their roles in the broader context of the case. In particular, Michael B. Jordan's name came up due to his past romantic relationship with Lori Harvey, who also dated Diddy briefly. This connection is noteworthy because some speculate that Lori Harvey's past relationships could be referenced during the trial. Another name that was prominent in the jury questionnaires was Kanye West, who has had prior interactions with Diddy, including phone calls while Diddy was in jail. These celebrity connections are not just incidental, but could play a role in influencing how jurors perceive the case. Additionally, Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex-girlfriend and mother of his children, was mentioned by a prospective juror, indicating that she might be involved in some capacity during the trial. Porter's tragic death and the allegations surrounding it may resurface as part of the case, potentially influencing jurors' opinions. With so many well-known figures tied to the case, it's crucial for the jury to remain impartial and assess the evidence without being swayed by the celebrities involved. The trial will undoubtedly bring these figures into the limelight, but the question remains, will the jury be able to separate celebrity gossip from the serious charges against Diddy? Potential jurors' responses. On day one of jury selection, the responses from potential jurors provided a glimpse into how the trial could unfold. Jurors were asked about their familiarity with various celebrities and their prior experiences with legal issues. Many jurors were upfront about their knowledge of Diddy's high-profile life, admitting that they recognized names like Michael B. Jordan and Kanye West, while others were less familiar with the celebrities listed. Interestingly, some jurors were transparent about their personal experiences with legal matters, offering insights into their pasts. One juror, for instance, openly shared that she had previously stolen a wand from the Harry Potter store at Universal Studios, an incident that had resulted in a fine and a temporary ban from the park. This moment lightened the mood in the courtroom, with an audible chuckle from the gallery, though it raised questions about the jurors' credibility. Despite this, she maintained that she could remain impartial and fair during the trial. Other jurors shared more serious legal connections, such as one who had been involved in a lawsuit after a back injury from an escalator accident. Another juror mentioned that their family member had been charged with a serious crime, including rape. These responses highlight the diverse backgrounds and experiences of the jurors, which could impact their ability to serve on this high-profile case. The questioning process revealed that many potential jurors were not only candid about their personal legal histories, but also about their ability to remain objective. While some jurors had strong opinions on law enforcement, others had direct connections to the types of crimes Diddy is accused of, including sexual abuse and harassment. These factors will likely play a critical role in determining who will ultimately sit on the jury. Personal questions for jurors during jury selection. Potential jurors were asked personal and sensitive questions to gauge their suitability for serving on a high-profile case. Some of the questions delved into past experiences with legal issues, while others focused on sensitive topics like sexual abuse or harassment. The court took extra measures to ensure the privacy of those responding to these intimate questions. One such question involved whether any juror or their family members had ever been the victim of sexual assault or harassment. Several jurors were open about their experiences, discussing incidents of molestation or inappropriate behavior they had faced in the past. The court handled these sensitive disclosures by allowing jurors to address them in private, away from the main courtroom. This procedure, known as a sidebar, ensured that the jurors could speak candidly without feeling exposed in front of the entire courtroom. The judge also asked jurors if they had any prior training related to sexual harassment, such as working as a teacher or therapist. This was crucial to assess whether their experiences or knowledge could influence their judgment during the trial. For example, one juror revealed that she had experience working with a therapist, which may provide her with a deeper understanding of the emotional complexity of the case. Despite the personal nature of the questions, many jurors were forthcoming and honest about their past experiences. However, some expressed concerns about the emotional toll that serving on such a long and complex trial might have on them. Ultimately, the court carefully weighed these responses to determine which jurors could fairly and impartially participate in the trial, given the sensitive nature of the charges against Diddy. Juror demographics. The jury pool for Diddy's criminal trial was notably diverse, with prospective jurors coming from a variety of backgrounds. This diversity was reflected not only in the different races and ages of the jurors, but also in their experiences and life perspectives. The court made an effort to ensure a balanced representation, crucial for the fairness of such a high-profile case. Although a majority of the jurors appeared to be middle-aged, there were some younger faces in the pool as well. The mix of ages and experiences was important, especially given the complexity of the case, which includes serious charges like racketeering, sex trafficking, and sexual abuse. These issues touch on a wide range of societal concerns, and a diverse jury may offer varying perspectives on the evidence and legal arguments presented. There was one notable observation regarding the gender breakdown of the jury pool. There seemed to be fewer white male jurors than other demographic groups. However, this could change as the jury selection process continues, as the final juror list will be shaped by both the prosecution's and defense's challenges to potential jurors. The court's goal was to assemble a jury that could understand the intricacies of the case while remaining impartial. As we saw during the first day of jury selection, the process involved assessing whether potential jurors could put aside any biases, including those related to celebrity culture. In a case where the defendant is a well-known figure, it's particularly important to ensure that jurors are not swayed by his fame and instead focus solely on the facts of the case. Challenges of the case. Diddy's criminal trial presents a unique set of challenges, both for the legal teams and the potential jurors who will ultimately decide his fate. The case involves complex charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and exploitation, which require jurors to fully understand the intricacies of criminal law. Given the serious nature of the charges, this is not a case that can be easily dismissed or taken lightly. One significant challenge is the emotional weight that this trial carries, especially considering the sensitive nature of the allegations against Diddy. Many of the jurors have had personal experiences related to sexual abuse, harassment, or legal issues, which may impact how they perceive the evidence. The court has been diligent in ensuring that these personal experiences do not unduly influence jurors' ability to remain impartial, but the subject matter itself is difficult to avoid. Furthermore, Diddy's status as a celebrity adds another layer of complexity. The media attention surrounding this trial is immense, and many potential jurors have already formed opinions based on publicized information. Despite this, the jury selection process aims to ensure that those who are selected can set aside any preconceived notions about Diddy's fame and focus solely on the facts presented in court. Another challenge is the length and complexity of the trial. With a potential duration of up to 2 months, jurors must be able to dedicate significant time and attention to the case. The trial will be grueling, with long days of testimony, and the need to carefully evaluate detailed evidence and witness testimony. In summary, this trial presents multiple challenges ensuring impartiality, navigating sensitive topics, managing the media spectacle, and dealing with the complexities of the charges. How well the court and legal teams address these issues will play a major role in ensuring a fair trial for Diddy. This trial is heating up, and we're just getting started. With celebrities, criminal charges, and a dramatic jury selection process, things are only going to get more intense. Will Diddy face the justice he deserves, or will his defense team pull off a surprise? Stay updated by hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any developments. What do you think? Can a celebrity truly get a fair trial? Let us know in the comments below. And don't miss our next video, 12 performers and actors who DIED live on stage, coming soon.